Don't know why you left me bleeding. With a broken heart, tell me if I deserve.
One of the major goals I set for myself ever since I made the decision to become a pro footballer was to be the highest goal scorer in the history of the game. I started this season well. There's been ups and downs, but nonetheless, I'm standing on 44 goals and 7 assists in my first season. You don't see this often. In fact, no one has ever seen it since the sport was invented, but I'm defying all expectations and doing it. 4 months to go in my first season, and I'm fairly confident I'll get over the 50 goal mark. 6 goals in way over 6 games. The odds are in my favour. The first game in March was against Manchester United. Again. This will be the 4th time we're playing them this season. We've won all 3 prior to this match, but anything can happen, so we've got to give our all. The first chance of the match went to United. A brilliant through ball to Ahmad, but he was denied by the post. We were lucky. Saka had a chance after the 20-minute mark, which was created by Pedro Gonçalves and I, but sadly put it wide. They put another chance wide at the beginning of the second half. Ben White took a shot after a well-taken corner that was saved by the United keeper. I had a good one on one chance in the 73rd minute, but the keeper was just able to deflect it off target with the tip of his foot. Unlucky. After that, I had another really good opportunity that I failed to put away. I really needed to work more on my finishing. The match ended as a goalless draw, and we headed straight for penalties. Bruno Fernandes opened the scoring for United. Odegaard followed and put the ball in the bottom right corner. David Raya dived the right way, but Højlund sneaked the ball just above him. Kante fired the ball to the left, and the keeper didn't even move. Ben Saiger took it down the middle. Declan Rice put in the bottom right, but it was a close call. Harry Maguire stepped up, and David Raya made a brilliant save, tipping the scales in our favour. It was my turn. I would like to say I was calm, but my instincts completely took over. Top bins, keeper dived the right way, but had absolutely no chance. Casemiro had to score to keep United in the game, which he did. And finally, Pedro Gonçalves stepped up for the deciding penalty, and he didn't disappoint. The final scoreline was 0-0, but we went through 5-4 on penalties. It was a good pen from Pedro. It hit the inside of the post. Keeper would have never had a chance.
Arsenal have defeated Manchester United yet again this season. United put up more of a fight this time, but unfortunately for them, they lost with 4 goals to Arsenal's 5 on penalties.
Arsenal are through to the next round of the FA Cup, defeating Manchester United at the Old Trafford Stadium.
Arsenal through to round 6 of the FA Cup.
Arsenal have defeated United yet again.
Arsenal have made it to the next round of the FA Cup.
The next match was just 3 days later, a Wednesday night in France, against the French giants PSG. Before I left for training, I spoke to Corey and my mum about Charlotte. I hadn't spoken to her in almost a month, ever since she abruptly hung up on me because I chose training over her. My mum told me that if it's really bothering me, I should keep trying to reach her, or if I get a chance to talk to her in school, I should.
Honestly, she hasn't even been at school lately. I only see her whenever you're absent for a training session or a match or something.
Great. So she's avoiding me.
Yes, she is.
I didn't know why she was avoiding me, just because I had to train. She knows how important football is to me. She knows my goals and all of that. My mum finally advised me that whenever I do get the chance to talk to her, I should let her know how important football is to me, but at the same time, let her know that she is too. It was good advice. It was the day of the match. We had already arrived in France, and there was a mini training session that morning before the match. I won the Player of the Month again. This is my 3rd time in total. I'm grateful that I did. I was in bad form at the ending of January and the beginning of February because I distracted myself too much with Charlotte. Thankfully, I was able to come out of it. The match started well. We were pressing really well. I almost accidentally scored a goal when the PSG defender tried to clear the ball. Saka had a shot on goal later on in the match, but Donnarumma was able to claim it comfortably. Saka had a penalty in the 53rd minute, but unfortunately, he hit the post. A good through ball to Nunes about 10 minutes later, and just like that, we were trailing. The match ended 1-0, PSG just edged it. I didn't do very well in this match, leaving with just a 6.8 match rating. It was a loss, PSG played well. We didn't, and we have to redeem ourselves in the next leg in London. In my press conference just before the Premier League match against United, I was asked if we were ready for them, especially after the loss against the French Giants during the week. We are still recovering. It was an unfortunate loss for us against PSG. Hard as it is, we're definitely using that feeling to improve our game. And United is just a team that we have in our pocket at the moment. We would need the moral boost for the second leg coming in a few days.
Manchester United players and fans dig at Kai Lehmann for his controversial statement against their team in his press conference yesterday, stating that he sees Manchester United as nothing more than a moral boost for Arsenal.
I mean, it is a valid statement seeing as they have lost to Arsenal 4 times out of 4 games.
Social media is going to be really entertaining if United get the win here today.
I know what I did. I did do it on purpose. I asked my agent beforehand if it would be okay for me to make that sort of controversial statement, and she said it was okay as long as I back it up, so it doesn't come back to bite me. I was sure I could. The match started and we nearly conceded in the 22nd minute to Ahmad. They really took what I said to heart. I had a chance a couple minutes later, taking on 1, 2, 3 defenders before hitting it. The ball was a couple inches away from goal. Close one. Manchester United was bound to be stunned by what happened next.
And a goal, almost bewitching in its beauty. Excellent technique.
The keeper was not expecting that in a million years, and I'm sure it was even harder for him to save, because it literally hit the bottom side of the bar before going in. I had another chance just before half-time, a cross from Kante. Saka headed it to the ground in front of me. I took a touch and sent it wide. Calafiori was able to find me in a very crowded box. I was in on goal again, but the keeper made a very similar save to the one during the FA Cup. I was obviously a problem for the United defence. I was too quick for them and always getting in the right positions. I proved my point, and of course, the United fans wouldn't be happy. I have quite a handful of goals against them, and this one would sting for sure. You love to see it.
What a match to remember in London, where Arsenal secured their win against Manchester United. 1-0 was the score, and that goal was definitely one to celebrate.
After a great performance in the match against United, Lehmann is named player of the match.
Victory for Arsenal in the Premier League derby against Manchester United.
Guess who just showed United who's boss?
What a day for Lehmann as he scored the decisive goal to give Arsenal the win against Manchester United.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong.
Hello?
Hi, Kai.
Charlotte, I've been trying to reach you for a couple weeks now.
I'm really sorry. I've just been going through a lot.
I see. What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah, I am now, but I'll talk to you about it later. Want to meet up in a bit?
Can't right now, I'm in training. Big PSG match tomorrow.
Oh yeah, true. I still haven't missed any of your matches. Sorry I've been MIA, Kai. Good luck with PSG though.
It's alright. Maybe tomorrow after the match, once I'm rested and all.
See you then. Bye.
Bye. Calafiori, Odegaard, Saka and I got into the team of the week. PSG was next. They were coming to London, and London was ready.
This is when it really gets tense. Only 4 teams remain in the biggest club competition in the world, and we're not far away from kickoff in the first leg.
It was a good start for PSG, but David Raya did really well to keep them from increasing their lead so early on.
Second leg, it's Arsenal again. A real opening now. Well, what a stop that was.
Less than 2 minutes later, I'm putting the ball in the net at the other end to get us the first goal of the day, an A draw on aggregate.
For Arsenal, he's in behind. And a goal it is. No long wait for the opener today.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against, and when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
David Raya made another good save a couple minutes later, denying Kvaratskhelia from getting the equaliser on the night. I played with Vitinha a bit, breaking his ankles and leaving him in the dust. I started the move, and Bukayo Saka was at the end of it.
Oh, skipping away. Partey. Oh, in with a chance. Oh, a goal! And one that could really matter in the quest to make it through.
David Raya miscalculated, and it ended up with the ball in the back of our net. 2-1 on the night, 2 all in total. And just a few minutes after that, this happened.
And on the back of that particular challenge, will the referee let the matter rest there?
He was obviously pissed off at what I did to him earlier in the match. And now, he made a bad, dangerous, unnecessary tackle. I got up after that and kept playing, but it was very obvious I was in discomfort. Raya was on smoke later in the match, pulling off an incredible save. I was obviously playing at a disadvantage, losing possession, couldn't run at full speed. Arteta told Saka to ask me if I could play on, and I said yes. The pain would subside really quickly. Even with how uncomfortable I was, I still got myself in a good position, received the God-sent through ball from Thomas Partey, and slotted it in the back of the net.
And a goal! And now they're in control of the situation. Can they see this through?
Well, I have to say, this is a really good goal. Just look how well balanced he is. He knows he's going to be under pressure, but he shows great composure to hit the target.
But unfortunately, the pain wasn't subsiding. I was all out of adrenaline, and the pain in my foot hit me like a train. I signalled to the bench that I needed to come off. I got replaced by Sterling in the 38th minute of the match, and that was my Champions League dreams shattered in one half. The match ended 3-all. Kvaratskhelia and Vitinha got the goals for them, meaning PSG went through to the quarter-finals on aggregate. It was bad news.
News has come straight from Arsenal that Kai Lehmann has been injured with a broken toe that rules him out for the rest of the season.
Kai Lehmann out for 3 months.
Broken toe leaves Lehmann out of action for the rest of the season.
Lehmann has been reported injured with a broken toe.
Rising star Kai Lehmann has been taken out for the season.
This is a sad ending to the first chapter of this kid's incredible story. The physios claim that he might just make it for the last match of the season.
I was depressed. I couldn't believe this had happened to me. After my surgery, I spent a lot of time in rehabilitation. I heard Charlotte came to see me in the hospital, and it's been going well for us lately, I think. I spent a lot of my time in the gym, and talking to Corey. She was like my best friend, so she was always there for me, and I'm really grateful to and for her. We hung out a lot at the beach with one of our close friends, Jordan Hall. Even when I got lost in my thoughts and feelings and wandered off, she came to sit with me, just so I know she's there. I was grateful for the time I got to spend with her, especially since she's going to LA next year for university. She left for music practice about an hour later, and I just wandered about and just decided to walk home. I took a shower, brushed my teeth, and went to bed. Meanwhile, Corey got herself busy stalking my girlfriend on Instagram and TikTok. I woke up relatively early the next morning, freshened up, brushed my teeth, went for a slight run on the treadmill, nothing too crazy. I did some squats, bench presses, and pull-ups, heading in to make breakfast. I ate alone that morning. It was my turn to clean the house, so I did my chores before heading out to meet Charlotte. I waited for a couple minutes before she called and said she wasn't going to make it. I was ready to come back. I was ready to show everyone that I wasn't going to be a shadow of myself. Arsenal did win the Carabao Cup final against Southampton, so that's one trophy for the season. It was a pretty bumpy end to the season. We drew a lot of matches, lost a couple. Good news is, we did win the FA Cup final against Newcastle, a 2-0 win. We played Newcastle again after the finals and suffered a 2-1 defeat, courtesy of Isak and Gordon. The physios cleared me for the final match of the season against Southampton. I joined the team in training a day prior. I worked on my control on the ball, my control under pressure. Can't lie, I wasn't at my absolute best. I worked on my passing and my composure to pass the ball easily under pressure. I did well, but not as well as I would have liked. It was time for the match. My first match after 3 months of waiting to be 100% fit. It was finally here.
It's the final day of the 24-25 season in the Premier League. Arsenal, who are currently in third place, have no hope of winning the league anymore, with Liverpool 5 points ahead of them in first place. As for Lehmann, he is back. He is on the bench in this lineup, and hopefully we get to see him in action today. Welcome back, Kai.
The match was 2-2 by the time Arteta made the decision to bring me on to try and get the win for our final match of the season. I came on in the 80th minute for Odegaard, who was tired. They almost got a goal ahead before I could even acclimatise to the pitch after 3 months. The keeper made save after save, denying the Southampton strikers. Saka played a very good through ball to me, and I almost got my first goal in 3 months. It was painstakingly close. I controlled the ball well and just hit it wide. But that didn't stop me.
And forward go Arsenal. Do they have a late winning goal in their future? Can they forge ahead? Oh, it's astonishing! One of the greatest comebacks you're ever likely to see.
Here we can see it again. It's a beautifully weighted ball behind the back line, and when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
In stoppage time, after the keeper punched the ball out of his box, I picked it up and ran with it. Saka played in N'Golo Kante, and I have no idea why he passed to me, but I thanked him for the gift and placed it nicely.
Must finish. And there it is! 2 goals in a matter of minutes. Incredible stuff. And now the question is, can they see this out?
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace on the counter-attack. They were so quick to break out from their defensive positions, and the timing of the run is just as good. As for the finish, it was never in doubt.
4-2 was the final result. I played really well, scoring a brace in just 10 minutes. I couldn't have asked for a better comeback. Diogo Jota won the player of the season, and I feel like I got robbed. I got 31 goals in 29 appearances in my debut season in the Premier League. Even with 3 months out, I was so clear in the Golden Boot race that I still won it regardless. But somehow I don't get player of the season? Anyways, it's fine though. People on social media took up my case for me. But what's done is done. I was still grateful for the opportunity Arteta and Arsenal gave me. We took the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup round town to celebrate the 2 trophies we won with our supporters. I was out injured during both finals, but I was very, very much involved in the build-up to the final day. After the season, it was time to rest. Corey and I came to our new favourite spot with a good view of the ocean. We talked about a lot of things, from Charlotte to her voice training to my absolutely insane debut season. Maybe it would have been better if I didn't get sidelined for 3 months. But if there's one thing I'm going to say, it's that my journey has only just begun. The whole world will soon know my name.
Turn me over right now, but expect to forget about it. Watch as the breeze burns golden smoke that you've stolen. Feels like it's my fortune.